Hello. I just wanted to invite you to take a walk with me, and I would like to talk about why I speak Patois in most of my videos. For those who don't know, I'm from Jamaica, and in Jamaica we are taught from kindergarten to speak the Queen's English because Jamaica was colonized by England. So for those people who don't know, Jamaica is an English speaking country, but we do have a dialect that we speak, and that dialect is Patois. Now, what I learned when I was in school, I learned that Patois is, it's a Creole, it's Creole, and it's made up of the languages of all the countries that colonized us. Plus, it's mixed with the language of our slave ancestors. So it's mixed with African dialect, Dutch. Yes, the Dutch colonized Jamaica for a short time. French and Spanish and English. Like, for example, in Jamaica we don't say, when we are trying to denote ownership, we don't say my hair or my skin. We say me hair, me skin. Yeah, me, that me, that's from Spanish. So anyway, growing up in Jamaica, when we go to school, we are taught to speak the Queen's English. And when my mom died, well, first of all, my mom, I remember that she used to be very strict about me doing my homework. Even in kindergarten, I remember every day I came home, she wanted to see my book, and she wanted to make sure that I did my assignment. And when she died, I went to live with my granduncle, and my granduncle, he was very proper. He was a leader in Montego Bay, a very well-known architect. He built a lot of buildings in Montego Bay. If you're from Montego Bay, maybe you know him. Maybe the building you're in right now, if it's not brand new, it was probably designed by him or built by him. So he was a well-known architect, and I stayed with him and his wife, my grand aunt, and they were very proper people. And so I learned to speak proper English, and I spoke very well because they lived in a very nice part of Montego Bay, and they had very affluent friends. And my granduncle was also the leader of a church in Montego Bay. And so I would speak very properly, and I would speak almost as if I had an English accent. And when I went to school, I spoke very proper. I would get A for English, and all of my teachers commended me on how proper I spoke and how told the other kids to be like me. And so the kids, my friends in my class, they would say to me, "Are you from England?" And I would answer, "No." "Are you from America?" "No." "You ever got to America?" "No." "You ever been to Canada?" "No." "You ever go on plane?" No. So, oh, you talk like that? Why you sound like that? So my friends used to say, I spoke too proper, I act too nice, I act like I'm stush, I go on like me nice, and that hurt my feelings. I wanted to feel included. I wanted to be a part of, what everybody else was doing. So guess what? When I'm around my grand uncle and my grand aunt and my cousins, I spoke very well. I spoke English, and I made sure that I would speak clearly and enunciate my words. But when I was around my friends, then me talk Patois, because me tired of people ask me if me go to England, or if me go to America, or if me go to Canada, and if me never even go on plane, or make me talk like that. Me tired of that. So me no want people to look upon me and treat me like me an outcast. When me around my friends, me just want to be natural. Me just want to be my friend. Me just want to be myself. So yeah, I started to just switch it up. When I'm around my friends, I just speak Patois. And then, well, I didn't really live with my dad. I would see my dad when he came to visit, because he drove tourists. He had a bus and he took people on tours when they came to Jamaica, and he was gone a lot. Sometimes he would go to the other side of the island, and because he was gone all the time, obviously I couldn't live with him. So but one day when I was around him, of course he liked to know that I spoke proper English, and he liked to know that I used to come first all the time in my class, and I always used to get A for English. But he said to me, Nicole, when I take the tourists on tours and I speak to them in Patois, it's like music to their ears. They love to hear me speak Patois. They always ask me to speak it, and it's part of your culture. It's what makes you who you are. It's what makes you Jamaican. So even though I still spoke proper English when interacting with my teachers, when I'm around my friends, I speak Patois. And also because my father told me how much of an impact he made on tourists when he spoke Patois, when he spoke his natural language, when he was himself. It encouraged me to embrace my natural dialect, the Jamaican dialect, Patois. So that's why I speak Patois in a lot of my videos. It's not that I don't know how to speak English. When I was 13 years old, at the time, the exam was called CXC. So my teacher, they had me do CXC math and English, and I got a grade 1, and that's like the highest grade. And this was when I was 13, and remember, most people graduate at 18. And these exams, the math and the English, they are exams, the CXC math and English, they are exams that you do when you are about to leave school and it's time to graduate and get ready for getting a job. So at 13 years old, I was able to get a grade 1 for CXC English. So I do know how to speak English, but as I said, I like to speak Patois because it helps me to connect to my people, and it helps me, I feel like more people feel comfortable around me, like my own people, when I speak Patois. Because like I have a friend that she told me that whenever I speak proper English, it's like I transform into a different person. It's like I become so proper that I sound like a real academic, or I sound like a professor, So sometimes I go into professor mode. Sometimes if I'm trying to explain a difficult concept, I go into English. I automatically go into professor mode, and I start speaking very I start speaking English very eloquently without even realizing I switched. And some people, they are amazed when they hear me speak like fluent English without speaking Patois. They're like, "Oh, I didn't know you could talk like that." But as I said, I just like to be natural. I like people to just feel comfortable around me. Most of my family, they never got to do all the schools that I went to, and so I just speak how, I just speak in a way that makes them feel comfortable around me. So that is why I speak Patois, and I just wanted to share that video with you. Okay, thank you for watching this video, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for taking a walk with me. I look forward to going on more walks with you, and we will talk about another topic. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe to my channel so that I can get paid by Google. See you in the next video.